Good evening, sports fans. We are live here from Mahtomedi High School atop George Smith Field as we get ready to watch Mahtomedi take on the Hill Murray Pioneers. Mahtomedi 2-1 on the season. Hill Murray coming in at 0-3, looking to get into the win column. I'm Sam Erickson, glad to be here with my partner Luke Howitt for what should be a great night of football.
Well, it certainly should, Sam, and we'll take a peek at the weather here. It's a beautiful evening for some high school football here with 57 degrees, low humidity at 61%, wind north-northwest 6 miles per hour. We got a beauty for some football tonight, Sam.
That's right. You see a little bit of wind blowing there on the turbine, and you can see the matchup here. Hill Murray coming in, as we said, struggling early on with only 41 passing yards per game and 105 rushing yards per game. And then you see at the bottom of your screen, Mahtomedi coming in, rushing nearly 200 yards per game, looking to get back to the state tournament for the 12th time and possibly win another title. That'd be their second, first coming in 0-5.
That's right, Sam. They did 10 years ago. This Mahtomedi team did win the state tournament. They think they might have found a new gem. We take a look at Jalen Fry here. He's averaged 88.3 rush yards per game. He's knocking those off at a 6.8 yards per carry clip. He's been fantastic. He's been their lightning. And we look for him to have a big game and spark this Mahtomedi offense, Sam.
That's right, and with that yard per carry average, you might think he'd be averaging a few more yards per game, but kind of a jack of all trades, catches the ball a little bit, runs it a little bit, and we're excited to see what he has in store for us tonight. Back deep to receive the kick as we get ready. It's up, and we are ready to play.
That's right, and guess who's going to handle that? That's Jalen Fry.
And he picks it up off a bounce and has some room, gets a block, and he'll be gone.
Well, guess who? My, Jalen Fry. And how about that for a start, huh?
Excellent.
Couldn't have made that up.
Well, I'm excited.
Well, not the start Hill Murray wanted, but this Mahtomedi fan base certainly going crazy early on, and for good reason.
Yeah, definitely a good way to get the home fans excited. Some of them probably not even in their seats, and the team's already on the board. So a rough start for Hill Murray there, and we're going to take a look at a replay in a second. You see a low line drive kick scooped up there by Fry.
You got it. You see him just hit that hole, and he gets out to the right side, and he's off to the races. And not many people are going to keep up with Jalen Fry. He's the real deal, and we just seen why. As you mentioned, he might not have as many yards per game you'd expect with that average, but he contributes on kicks. It's kind of the jack of all trades, like you mentioned, and first play of the game on the kick, and what do you know? Jalen Fry's in the end zone for a big kick return.
Certainly got that potential to be explosive, as we just saw. Point after touchdown is good, so that'll give the Zephyrs a 7-0 lead, and we've only ticked off 12 seconds. See Fry there, he'll get a little rest. And looks like we will take a break after that quick score. We'll have Hill Murray's first possession when we come back.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
There you go. You see number one getting some pats on the head still for that big return to start off the game. Kind of an interesting kickoff formation here for Mahtomedi. I'm not sure between three players who's going to boot it away. Number 10 does. And number 3 back for Hill Murray. Jake Ogren decides to let that bounce into the end zone and take the touchback.
Yep, fresh set of downs here. First possession for the Pioneers. Like we mentioned in the opening, they've struggled on offense, Sam, and they really got to get something going, especially after taking that shot on the opening kickoff from Jalen Fry.
Absolutely not the way you want to start the game if you're the Pioneers. But they will get ready. Quarterback number 7, that's Will Sontag, Jr. He'll give it off to Ogren. Ogren gets some blocks, but Mahtomedi defense will eventually swarm him and bring him down. So he tried to break it to the outside.
Not a bad play getting Ogren to the outside there. He's a hard runner, and they really got to rely on him. He's probably their biggest weapon, and I'd expect them to use them quite a bit tonight.
That's right, gain of 6 there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Hill Murray lines up, one receiver out to the right. Ogren goes in motion in the backfield, gets the handoff, but the line of scrimmage blown up by Mahtomedi. Number 50 getting in there, and that's Brandon Hull, senior linebacker, making a nice play.
Hull's been a player for this defense, Sam, and you see right there, they blew through that line, and there was absolutely nowhere to go as we take another look here. They're going to give it again to Ogren, and you just see him swallow it up. Contact well before this line of scrimmage, and nothing doing there for the Pioneers, looking at a 3rd and long.
Yeah, not fooled by the late motion. We're the Zephyrs. So that'll be 3rd and 7 after a loss of 3. One wide receiver out wide left for the Pioneers. Ogren again, late motion in the backfield, gets the pitch, and he will get stuffed once again behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up what looks to be about a 4th and 10 for the Hill Murray Pioneers.
And again, nothing doing, and that's not the spot the Pioneers want to be in early. They're such a reliant team on the rush. When they're in those 3rd and long situations, not a lot in the playbook for them to be dialing up with the way that pass game struggled, Sam.
Absolutely. I think pretty easy to key on maybe a run when there's only one wide out there.
You got it.
So Hill Murray will set up to punt here on the 4th and 10.
A very odd formation, a very short
Punt
punt.
goes out to the right, a little bit up in the air, takes some Hill Murray bounces, and they will down it. And Mahtomedi will take over with good field position as they are in Hill Murray territory.
Yes, they are. Like I said, that was a short punt, kind of an odd punt formation. Looked almost like a shotgun snap there. And Mahtomedi's got it like where they're sitting as Jalen Fry and company come back onto the field here for their 2nd possession, 1st on offense.
That's right.
It's got to be nice for the offense coming out without touching the ball, being up 7.
I wonder if they might give the ball to number 1 here on the first play from scrimmage. I guess we'll see. So quarterback number 14, Jared Johnson under center, 6-foot senior. He sends a receiver in motion. And pitch does go to Jalen Fry to the left. Fry gets away from the line of scrimmage, cuts back, but will eventually be taken down by Hill Murray defenders. But a nice burst of speed and almost another score on his 2nd touch of the game for Jalen Fry.
And just another great run. You see him, anticipation, the feet moving back inside, and he gets that outside. And this kid's got some wheels, Sam. He can motor, and Hill Murray's going to have a long night if they don't get some bodies on one Jalen Fry, because he is a weapon for this offense.
That's right. Show some good patience. They're also picking up some blocks.
He does it all. What's that, 2 touches now and probably 140 yards we're looking at?
Something like that. So Johnson under center once again. Hard count. Looks like he may have drawn the Pioneer defense off sides. I don't see any complaints coming from their side. And the refs will, in fact, move the ball 5 yards closer. So that'll be a 1st and 5 for Mahtomedi, and they will have the ball on the Hill Murray 12-yard line.
Yeah, the Pioneers a little too anxious on that one, probably trying to get in that backfield early to stop Jalen Fry, but a little too antsy, and that's another 5 yards for that Mahtomedi offense.
So it'll be 1st and 5 now as we're counting down to about 9 minutes left to go. First quarter, Johnson drops the snap.
Well, that's
Not sure
a big
if he tried
play.
to hand it off there.
That was still on the ground, Sam, and I'm not sure who came up with that. The QB didn't get back on that.
Yeah, you would expect him to maybe just fall right onto the ball there.
Yeah, let's see if we got a better look on the replay here.
That, the ball they did recover. And looks like Johnson did get that handoff off. So he scooped it up and just gave it off to Spencer Scott, number 6. So after that play, a loss of 1.
I certainly dodged a bullet there.
So that loss of 1 was 2nd and 6. Ensuing handoff goes for a couple to Fry. And it looks like Mahtomedi will have about a 3rd and 1.
Think they give it to Fry here?
I think it'd be a safe bet. 3rd and 1, possibly QB keeper there. They like Johnson under center, maybe just get a strong push.
He's mobile QB as well. They got some options.
So he takes it. He'll just sneak it himself.
And you said it, Sam.
And he will, in fact, get that 1st down.
Good call.
You know, I had a sneaking suspicion. I feel like they had 2 downs to work with there, so I thought, you know, maybe they'd try it with Johnson, and if that didn't work, go with their workhorse Fry. But Johnson is able to pick up that first down, as you see, and that'll be a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice job of the offensive line blocking, open that hole up, and getting them a little bit extra than that 1 yard that they needed.
So Johnson under center, got 1 receiver left, 1 right, gives off to Jalen Fry. Fry hesitates, cuts in, and he will get it into the end zone. Jalen Fry's 2nd score on the night, his 1st running the football. And that'll put Mahtomedi up 13-0.
Yeah, you take a look here, and why change it if it's working? Give it to Fry. He cuts back, he uses that patience again, finds the seam, and powers his way into the end zone. And pending the PAT, we'll have a 14-0 game early on here for the Zephyrs.
That's right, just about 7.5 minutes remaining 1st quarter. And things are not looking good for the Pioneers so far.
No, not the start that they were hoping for, and they're going to have to do something to shift this momentum quick, or it could be a long night for the white and green.
And that's number 10, Chase Sullivan, kicking the PAT through the upright, so that will give us a 14-0 game. Mahtomedi off to a great start here, and we will go to break. We'll have Hill Murray's 2nd possession for you after the break.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
All right, Chase Sullivan, number 10, getting ready to boot it away for Mahtomedi after they scored their 2nd touchdown here in the 1st quarter. And there's the kick. And that will be fielded by number 7, Will Sontag. Talk about a dynamic player, starting quarterback and kickoff returner.
He does it all, Sam, and he's going to need to do a lot to get the Pioneers back in this. They've dug themselves in a pretty deep rut early on here. We'll see what the offense can put together on this 2nd drive.
That's right. And it looks like Sontag might be subbing out of the game here. And number 12, Trent Hauser, is going to get a hand at quarterback. As Hauser sporting the 2. Hauser gives the handoff there. That goes to Ogren. Ogren tripped up. And that'll be a loss of 3.
And I think the Pioneers are really going to have to spread this up, maybe go into a shotgun, get some maybe even short passes. But that run game, that's not going to really do much when you're losing yards in the backfield and they're queuing in on it when your passing game isn't doing anything.
That's right, and I mentioned that Sontag had left the ballgame. Not sure if that was due to a knock he took on that kickoff return, or I'm wondering if maybe they have Hauser in there, possibly a better passing quarterback, maybe trying to open up something in the passing game.
Absolutely right, Sam. Could be the case. We'll see.
So another late motion there by the Pioneers. Hauser rolling out right. He finds a receiver, but not much room to run. Ball thrown a little bit behind him. And that will be another loss.
Another nice tackle from 50, Brandon Hall. See here on the swing pass, Sam. Let's take a look.
And I do like what Hill Murray's trying to do there, with some late motion, some fakes. Just a real good job by that Zephyr defense on top of all of that.
Great job. You saw the pressure come from Jake Heyer along with Brandon Hall finishing up on the tackle. Good defensive positioning there.
And Hauser, with not much time, tries to roll left, and he will be swarmed down. And a big sack coming in from the Mahtomedi defense.
That's Caleb Siegmeyer coming in, and he's been a fantastic player for this defense. And coming in, not much the QB could do here. He's under a world of pressure, and he goes down in a heap. And Hill Murray will again be punting out of their own end zone. Not what they want to do early on here. They're in trouble.
Yeah, that long 3rd down play, with not much time to pass, that is a tough task there for Hauser.
Certainly is.
So he gets a rough welcome to this ball game. And Hill Murray will once again punt it away. Punt
is blocked.
Punt is blocked. And looks like Mahtomedi fell on it. And that is a touchdown.
just think things can't get any worse, Sam.
Mahtomedi
Let's take a look
flying
here.
out of the gates. Not sure who got a hand on it. Not bringing a real big rush, but it looks like 22 gets in there.
22 knifed
unblocked.
through there, Sam, with a fantastic play. Almost unblocked, though.
That's number 22, Jack Heinz. Listed as a wide receiver.
He does it all.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys do.
You gotta love high school football. You know?
Yes,
guys
you
listed
do.
as quarterbacks, getting blocked punts. Guys starting at quarterback, returning kicks. And here's a guy listed as a wide receiver, number 10, Chase Sullivan, who's 2 for 2 on point after touchdowns. We'll see if he can make it 3.
And he's been a threat for Mahtomedi in the season so far as a wide receiver as well. He's had a good connection with Jared Johnson, and he's scoring them and then he's kicking them.
That's right. He hauling a touchdown in that Tartan game.
Yes, he did.
I believe that was a nice little corner route. That was great.
Yeah, he had quite the game, and I believe he also had an interception in that game on defense. So
talk about
definitely a jack of all trades.
So you see there, Mahtomedi now leading 21-0. 5:25 left to go first quarter. We're going to break, and we'll have the kickoff after this.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Sullivan once again, third time this quarter, gets set to boot the ball away. And he does. And number 3, Jake Ogren there, takes it. Fakes the handoff to Sontag and takes it himself outright. And nice return as he keeps the legs churning. He'll get it up to about the 33-34 yard line where Hill Murray will have it 1st and 10.
Nice little play there, faking that end around pitch as we take another look here. Look at him fake it. Got some of the guys to follow the fake. He got his way out to that sideline and churned and burned, used some of that power to get out to almost the 40. That's exactly what the Pioneers needed to maybe spark something in this game.
And for any of you out there who caught our episode of Sports Path the other night, you may have seen a highlight of the Hill Murray-Henry Sibley game where they used pretty much the same play, and Ogren took it to the house. I think it was about 86 yards.
So they like that. They like that, man. Especially like with Ogren. Here he is again.
He goes off to the left. This time does get a few positive yards. Looks like it'll be about 2nd and 8 after the game. So nice job finding a gap there and some positive yardage for the Pioneers.
Yeah, you see him moving Ogren in motion there and give him the ball again. But, these small little yards, it's better than nothing. But they're going to need to open it up, maybe even take a shot downfield, if for nothing else, just to soften up that defense a little bit.
Absolutely. Show them that you're willing to pass.
Right now, they're not respecting that one bit.
Hauser flips now out to Ogren. And he gets a block or two. But a nice job fighting through those blocks. 26, Lucas Hunnebrink making the tackle.
Yeah, nice play there. Looked like Ogren was going to have a little bit of room to work with, but he kind of got bogged down. And like you said, Lucas Hunnebrink coming in, making the stop before any more damage was done. We're looking at a 3rd and long again for the Pioneers, Sam.
You saw their big 59, Charlie Orlowski for the Pioneers, lined up in the backfield there, probably trying to get a little additional blocking for Ogren in the running game. So this will be 3rd down and 7 for the Pioneers. They'll hand off right up the middle, trying for a surprise move. Mahtomedi surrenders a couple yards, but they'll be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, the Pioneers, they're almost willing to say, hey, we're going to run it up the middle and likely punt. You see they hand it off up the middle to Ogren again. He's been literally the only guy on offense that's touched it besides the quarterback. But that's just not going to get it done. Zephyrs have keyed in on that, and it's not working for the Pioneers right now. They're punting again. That's their 3rd 3 and out in the 1st quarter, Sam.
Excellent job by the Mahtomedi defense early.
They have been feisty.
Like you said, kind of an interesting short snap to the punter who rolls out right. That ball will be fielded by Evan Reyes, number 3 on Mahtomedi. He does a little shimmy shake, gets some additional yardage. And it looks like the ball may have came out late, but Reyes sticks with it. I think he was down. And that'll be 1st and 10 on their own 39 for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
Yeah, we take a look here. Reyes is fighting for some of those extra yards, and Mahtomedi going to be sitting in pretty good field position again. You can kind of tell by the score of that game, excuse me, Sam. Field position has been heavily in favor of the Zephyrs early on.
That's right. Returning the opening kickoff, this is actually their worst field position to start the game, or of the game, excuse me. And it's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
So Johnson lining up in a rare shotgun formation. Jalen Fry out to his left. He's got a back to his right. Fry goes in motion, and he gets the handoff. He's out left, but a nice job tracking on the play. Number 48, John Edger, comes in and makes a great play.
Well, a heck of a play there, Sam. It looked like Fry was about to be after the races again, but you seen Hedger come in there and make a great tackle. Let's take another look.
Let's see if we can see him. I think he just does a good job fighting through some blocks and targeting number 1, Fry. I think they might have had a guy kind of shadowing Fry there when he went in motion.
Yeah, and I think Edger might have just made a touchdown-saving tackle on that one.
I think you're right.
We got some movement up front there.
I think that's going to be on Zephyrs, and it is, in fact. Looks like it was 58, Andy Jacobowski going a little early there. Having a little trouble with that name.
That's a tough one, but yeah, it looked like Jacobowski did move a little bit, and that'll back up the Zephyrs here on 2nd down.
I wanted to call him Jabowski, but I saw a little Jacob in there when I looked at my sheet. So after the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 10. Fry gained 5 on that 1st down play. So 2nd down and 10. Jared Johnson under center goes back to pass, and that one is way overthrown, and that'll be intercepted. Number 25, Jake Begley, coming down for it for Hill Murray, and that's a big play for the Pioneers, who have been struggling early.
That's a massive play, Jake Begley, and just a poor throw there from Johnson. He kind of had the man coming across the middle, and he just sailed it to him, and Begley right there for the interception. And Pioneers football, see if they can't get something cooking here, get back in this game.
And you can see why these two teams maybe run the ball a little bit more than they pass. First pass of the game, either side, comes with only 2 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. It's unfortunately an interception.
Yeah, they're going to probably want to keep that ball in Fry's hands on the ground.
So Hill Murray maybe with a little momentum there after the turnover, looking to get themselves on the board. 1st down and 10 from their own 42. Handoff into the backfield, and it is stuffed. Great penetration by Brandon Hall. That's a name we're going to get used to calling.
Oh, you said it. He's been all over early on, and he just swallowed through that line and ate up that running back, spit him out, and looking at another loss. Pioneers going the wrong way, and that running game's just not getting going tonight. And look at Hall, already in the backfield waiting to meet him. That play had no chance from the get-go, Sam.
That's right. Looks like they were trying to hand it off number 44 there, Duncan Roman. So maybe switching up a little bit so the Mahtomedi defense can't just key in on Ogren. But they do, in fact, hand it off to Ogren. He makes a man miss. But good job of tackling by the Zephyrs as they get some shoestrings, and the rest of the team joins in, and they bring him down.
Yeah, just too many Zephyr bodies going after the ball there, and not many holes for Ogren in this Pioneers offense to get anything going. You see contact again before the line, and guess who slowed the play up again from the start? That's our guy, Hall, and he's been an absolute monster in this 1st quarter.
That's right. Looks like he's kind of listed as a linebacker, but they kind of have him lining up on the line there. And a great job by the front 4 there of Mahtomedi so far this game.
Yeah, that Pioneers offensive line has their hands full.
And nice job once again, Mahtomedi defense. That's Quinn Lemke coming in.
Yeah, and just another handoff up the gut on 3rd and long. I mean, they must really not trust that passing game. And
still kind of wondering about the absence of starting quarterback Will Sontag, still on the sideline. Not sure if he picked up an injury, but 12 Trent Hauser has come in to replace him. And we have yet to see Sontag return.
That's right, Sam. You got to wonder if he got his bell rung returning that kick a few possessions ago.
Well, Hill Murray once again booting it away. And Reyes will fair catch it. we will break because that is the conclusion of the first quarter. This one, 21-0.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Now we're quickly back as the first play of the second quarter will go to number 8, Lucas Buller, big fullback there, the senior. He goes about 6'3", 200 pounds. He'll pick up a gain of 2. And Duncan Roman on the stop there for the Hill Murray defense. It looks like number 7, Will Sontag, was the starting quarterback. He is out there on defense, if that is indeed the same number 7, which I'm guessing it is.
It does look like him, Sam, so I think he is all right there.
Yeah,
Let's be going with the other guy at
just
QB.
electing to go with Hauser.
That's right.
And Buller forced out of bounds, but he'll pick up a couple yards.
And Jalen Fry on the sideline with his helmet off. You got to wonder if he's okay or just taking a breather. Take a look at the replay here, Sam.
You see the flip out there to Buller. And he is quite a bruiser. I remember him from Zephyr seasons of years past. Maybe just last year, I suppose. And you see there Fry taking a little breather. His team up comfortably here early on the first quarter. I don't expect he'll stay on the sideline for the remainder of the game. But maybe just seeing what happens, giving Buller some carries. And nice job. Johnson rolling out to the right. Close play on the sideline. Sorry, on the far sideline. And the refs will say he is out of bounds. And that's an incomplete pass.
Oh, very close play there, Sam. Looked like he was able to tiptoe his feet and stay in. But see if we can't get maybe another look on that. But nonetheless, it's going to be an incomplete pass. And that's a victory for the Pioneers defense. Good coverage on the play.
That's right. So 3 and out to start the second quarter. And that is exactly what the Pioneers needed.
And they could be looking at some decent field position here. Let's see what they can do with the kick.
And another starting quarterback who handles kicking duties, Jared Johnson, number 14 of Mahtomedi, back to punt it away. And looks like we may have a timeout here on the field.
And we'll see what Pioneers got. Maybe another trick up their sleeve. They got Ogren back deep. Who else? He's been their only offense, which has been extremely limited thus far.
All right, we're going to invite you to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19sports. Remember, we often post links to some of the games we broadcast, as well as Sports Path episodes through our Facebook page. And we also want you to follow us on Twitter, and that, of course, is twitter.com/TV19sports. And feel free to hashtag TV19sports, hashtag SportsPath, do whatever you'd like.
A lot of good stuff on there, I'll tell you that. So follow along, folks. Some good local sports action with all your favorite prep teams in the metro area.
That's right. Kind of a curious decision there by the Pioneers, taking a timeout after their first 3 and out. I wonder if they weren't too happy with how they lined up to receive the punt.
Yeah, very odd to be calling a timeout when you're getting the ball on a punt, but it must have been something there they didn't like.
So Ogren, nice job, receives the punt, makes a man miss, and he'll advance at about 8-10 yards.
Well, he is just nonstop out there. I'll tell you that. He is giving it his all, and they're going to need to rely on him if they want to get back in this one.
That's right. He does have the ability to make people miss. He just needs a little bit more room to do so. So Hill Murray looking to get even their first down of this one, as they've gone 3 and out every offensive possession.
Yeah, they've been sticking to that run game, but it's been pretty meager and tough sledding thus far.
And it does appear that number 7, Will Sontag, has re-entered the game as quarterback. As you see right there, great shot from our cameraman. And he'll take the snap under center. He'll roll to the right as they look to pass. And that one just floated a little too high as he's looking for number 3, and that is Jake Ogren.
Yeah, looking for Ogren again, and he had him open in the flat here on our side of the field, and he just sailed it over him. Probably should have caught it, but a little high and went through his hands, and Again, not much doing here. Pass incomplete.
Under a lot of pressure, but just a little out of the reach for Ogren.
Yeah, and just a sloppy play from the Pioneers. See if they can't get something going here.
So 2nd and 10, the incompletion will make it. And handoff now. And right into the teeth of that front of Mahtomedi. And that was Felipe Ibarra Suggs on the run, the big fullback, number 21.
Yeah, they're mixing and matching with their running options, but not a lot doing there.
You see Suggs runs right into the defender.
And Graham DeVore all over that one. He ate him up quick.
I do like Hill Murray's use of the motion, late motion there, but it seems to be whoever goes late in motion seems to get the handoff, so a little easy for the Zephyrs to cue on.
Yeah, and I think they've been doing just that, and they're finally going to drop back. He's got time.
He has some time, but nice coverage in the secondary by the Zephyrs. Sontag trying to scramble for it. He'll be taken down. And once again, coming up short of that first down. Great job by the Mahtomedi defense. First long pass play they really have to defend. And it looks like the secondary did their job.
Yeah, it just broke down. Great coverage in that secondary, and Sontag had to get out of there, and he took a shot in the process, and they're punting again.
That's Evan Reyes back to receive. And the punter for Hill Murray is 25, Jake Begley, a junior. Reyes receives the kick. He'll make a couple moves, makes some people miss, and just tripped up as he crosses the 40-yard line. Ball still in Mahtomedi territory, but they will take over 1st and 10 from the 42.
More good field position. Been the theme for the Zephyrs thus far tonight.
And Hill Murray stopped Mahtomedi 3 and out on their last possession, hoping to do that once again and trying to claw their way back into this.
They almost need to at this point, another score, and they could be the nail in the coffin early on.
As quarterback Jared Johnson leads the offense back onto the field, he will go under center. Jalen Fry, the deep back, got a man up in front of him. He gets the pitch to the left, cuts it to the right, dragging a defender with him, and he rumbles his way to an impressive first down.
And the Pioneers almost take the entire defense to take Fry down. He has been nearly impossible to stop thus far. And yeah, it's not what you want to be looking at if you're on that Pioneers defense with Fry coming at you with a head of steam.
That's right. It seems to be the first guy can not bring Fry down as you see him shake him off.
Yeah, it looks like good 4 or 5 Pioneer players before he actually finally went down.
So Johnson will pass now, a little slant route, and that'll be complete. Nice job cradling Dylan Dierking.
Yeah, and a great play there. Nice throw, nice connection, and a first down for the Zephyrs.
Well, everything looking good here so far. Mahtomedi looking like a well-oiled machine. And head coach Dave Mustel must be happy with what he sees.
Absolutely, as he should be, Sam. They have came out of the gate running and gunning, and absolutely what the doctor ordered for the Zephyrs.
And we have some movement on the line, and it will be encroachment on the Hill Murray defense. Nice hard count there from Jared Johnson.
And again, the Pioneers getting a little antsy, trying to probably get in the backfield Fry out there, but jumping early ain't going to do him any good.
As you may have heard there, that'll make it 1st and 5 after the penalty. Mahtomedi on the Hill Murray 30-yard line. And we have just under 8.5 left to go here, 2nd quarter. So Johnson under center, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and he will pass. Looking left the whole way. Johnson throws it up, and it will be brought in for the touchdown.
Oh, beautiful pass, beautiful catch, and beautiful play design, Sam. Touchdown Zephyrs.
Absolutely. And Dierking building off his last catch. This one for a little bit more distance, and for 6.
Yeah, just a great fade here, and Dierking just beat him from the get-go, and the ball right where it needed to be. Breadbasket, and that's 6 for Dierking.
That's right. Nice job of getting open, but even nicer pass, I would say. Jared Johnson doesn't throw the ball a ton, but puts it on the money.
That was beauty. That was a cold-blooded connection, we call it in the business, Sam, and we're looking at a PAT pending, a 28-0 lead for the Zephyrs.
And they have come out firing here early. So Chase Sullivan to kick, Johnson to hold, and the kick is good.
Sullivan's kick is good.
So you heard it, Mahtomedi there, their fourth scorer on the game, 4 PATs. They lead this one 28-0. We got just over 8 minutes to go here in the first half, and we will go to break and have the kickoff for you when we return. Oh, excuse me, we may not be breaking. We want to inform you that we like to do our little highlight show every other Wednesday. We're going to be live this year at 7 p.m. That, of course, is called Sports Path. We encourage everyone to tune in on location TV 19 every other Wednesday, 7 p.m. I will be there hosting, co-hosting, doing some odds and ends. And it's a great show, so you should tune in.
All your Metro highlights in one spot there, Sam.
That's right. Highlights of every game we cover, as well as standings and other things. And it looks like we will break. There seems to be a Hill Murray player down on the field, so we'll break as they attend to him, and we'll have the kickoff for you when we get back.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Number 10, Chase Sullivan, getting ready to boot the ball away here after their fourth touchdown of the game. That is the Mahtomedi Zephyrs' fourth touchdown of the game. And Sullivan booted it from the right hash. Ogren receives. He fakes the pitch once again, gets some space, and he'll be taken down out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, where Hill Murray will have it 1st and 10.
Well, unfortunately for the Pioneers, that little fake on the kickoff's been their best play of the night, Sam, and that's about all they've been able to muster.
That's right. Nearly sprung them a score the first time they used it, so why not go back to the well? They did get some good yardage, but they do have quite the hill to climb to get back in this one. So 1st and 10 from their own 25, go the Pioneers. Sontag under center. Got 2 receivers out left, 1 to the right. Sontag will roll to the left, throw it up, and that will go out of bounds for an incompletion.
I might have been throwing that one to his mom in the stands. Not sure on that one, Sam. That one sailed well high, and nothing doing for the Pioneers.
Yeah, tough. Looks like they like to get the QB in motion if they are going to have them throw it. Makes it a little tougher on your QB. That one just sailed away a little bit from Sontag.
Yeah, and especially when you're going against the grain like that, and trying to throw it back, that's tough to do, and probably not the position Sontag wants to be in. Especially with that Zephyrs defense breathing down your neck.
Yeah, and they've got great penetration all night. Possibly one reason why they want to roll the quarterback out, just to give him a little more time. And fully packed backfield there for the Pioneers. Looks like the handoff will go to Suggs. He'll churn, but basically gets back to the line of scrimmage, where Hill Murray will once again have a long 3rd down.
Yeah, just another from under center handoff, and again, nothing doing for this Pioneers offense. And they're trying to mix it up. They gave that one to Felipe Yarbara Suggs, and nothing doing, Sam.
An excellent job by that Zephyr defense up front all night. So 3rd and 10. Sontag looked to give it off to Suggs. Ball is not handled. Not sure who fell on it.
Yeah, that ball certainly came loose, Sam. We'll see who jumped on it, but that was a bad exchange between the
Zephyrs were calling for it, and the refs agree. And Mahtomedi will recover the football, and they'll have it 1st and 10. You see there on the handoff, looks like Suggs was maybe anticipating getting it a little bit earlier. Just a little screw up there on the give. Ball hits the turf, and Mahtomedi ends up with it.
Just another miscue for that Pioneers offense. Something they can ill afford, especially deep in their own territory.
So Jared Johnson leads his offense out on the field once again, leading here 28-0. with just over 7 minutes left to go, first half. And Johnson will hand off inside. And that will go to Bryce Larson, his first touch of the game. He'll pick up 1. I'm sorry, he just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. As you'll see here.
Yeah, a little movement up front. Pioneers got back, but good penetration from that Pioneers defensive line and a nice stop. We'll see if they can hold them to maybe a field goal attempt. That'd be a victory for that Pioneers defense.
And you see Jalen Fry on the sideline once again as Lucas Buller lines up deep in the backfield. Fake the handoff up the middle. Pitch goes out left to Buller. Buller bulldozes his way for a couple of yards.
And he is a big boy. When he gets that momentum, he can certainly barrel, can't he, Sam?
Yeah, and that could be a dangerous combo for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. You have the quick, shifty Fry, and then you give it off to Buller. A nice 1-2 punch for the Zephyrs going forward in the season.
Oh, yeah, we'd call that the thunder and lightning. Look at him lower the shoulder there and run that Pioneers defender over.
I like that, thunder and lightning.
Absolutely. Probably not what that Pioneers defender wanted to see coming at him. A 6'3", almost 200 pounds of speed momentum from Buller. And here he is again.
Yeah, Buller. And they do like to pitch it to him outside, maybe show off a little bit of wheels for the big man. Unfortunately on that one, to no avail. Brought down in the backfield. And that'll bring up a long 4th and 11, 4th and 10 and a half, we'll say. And we'll see what the Zephyrs elect to do here. It looks like they'll bring out the kicking team.
Yeah, and that was John Egger again on that tackle for the Pioneers. He had the interception earlier. He's been making some plays for that defense.
So Chase Sullivan with 4 PATs to his name will attempt a field goal. Looks like this will be roughly a 42-yarder?
I think that's right, Sam. See what he's got.
And that is a nice boot. And ref had to get out of the way, but he will signal good.
How about that? What a kick there from Hoffman. And we're looking at 31 Zep now, Sam.
That's right. That long field goal makes it 31-0. And where Hill Murray can do no right, looks like Mahtomedi can do no wrong at this point. And after that score makes it 31-0, taking a look at the beautiful crowd here at George Smith Field. We're going to break after that score. And we'll have the game for you when we get back.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
All right, you have a look there at Chase Sullivan looking to boot the ball away for the kickoff after he converted the 42-yard field goal. Great kick there from Sullivan, and that gives his team the 31-0 advantage. Will Sontag takes the kickoff for Hill Murray. Nice return, but he is slammed down to the turf. Makes it up to the 32-yard line, and that's where Hill Murray will take over.
Yeah, and Sullivan certainly showing off that leg on the kickoffs and the field goals after hitting that 42-yard bomb. And just a beauty. He's limping a little bit off the field, though, Sam.
Kicked it a little too hard, maybe?
Yeah, he might have.
I know
he
it's
certainly launched it.
It's supposed to get a little colder tonight, but you better get used to it getting a lot colder than that here in Minnesota.
That's right. It's just the beginning of the beginning. The cold weather.
So 1st and 10, looks like the ball was dropped once again on the exchange. I think this was the exchange from center to quarterback. But Hill Murray will fall on it. Looks like 12, Trent Hauser has returned as the quarterback for the Pioneers.
See if they don't possibly take a shot here. I don't see why not. Inching out a few yards of carry yet. Down 31 isn't going to do much for you.
But they do bunch it up. You got one receiver out to the left. We'll see what happens here. Hauser pitching out to Suggs. Suggs with nowhere to go. As number 69, Riley Stett, with great penetration for the Zephyrs. That's a big kid there, listed at 255.
Yeah, and just way too much penetration in the backfield, Sam. It's kind of been the story of the evening for the Pioneers offense. That offensive line not holding, they can't pass it, and that defense of the Zephyrs has been swarming all half.
That's right. You know, this Hill Murray offense has been struggling a little bit early on in the season. Lost a lot of key players from last year. Two big components, both starting quarterback Sam Westby and running back Marshawn Wilson. Marshawn Wilson, a Division I athlete, although not in football, in basketball, but quite a dynamic player. I believe he was second or third in the conference in running last year, and a big part of their offense. So they had to replace about 1,500 or so yards, and it's proven difficult so far early on in this season.
Well, it
no doubt.
Absolutely is, Sam, and you can tell they're missing those big guns tonight because not much doing.
You got to wonder if there's maybe some new faces on that offensive line as well, as this Hill Murray team was a step away from the state tournament last year, losing out to, I believe it was St. Paul Johnson.
A nifty little play from Reyes to get some extra yards there.
Baited the defense a little bit, picked the ball up and got some positive yards. He's taken down at the Mahtomedi 41, where they'll have 1st and 10.
Yeah, you kind of see him toying with it like he's going to maybe just let the ball come lay to rest, and picks it up, makes the guy miss, and he gets another, let's say, 10 yards there for the Zephyrs, and they're up past their own 40 again starting on this drive.
Yeah, looks like we have a new quarterback under center for the Zephyrs. And that would be number 28, and he'll give off. And 28 at quarterback is Anthony Pramel, and he handed off to Lucas Honebrink. And Honebrink picks up the 1st down. So he gets it across midfield to the 49 of Hill Murray. I almost said the 51 there. It's my first game of the season, first football game. It's been a little while. Got to get some of the cobwebs out.
Hey, you got it. We'll see. See what they can do here, Sam. 1st and 10.
So another 1st down there for Mahtomedi as we are approaching 2 minutes left to go here, first half. Big lead there for the Zephyrs, 31-0. And it looks like almost an identical play as the handoff goes to Honebrink again. And he'll pick up about 2.
Yeah, I'd imagine they're going to keep the ball on the ground here, Sam. Not a whole lot to lose by running it out when you're up 31-0. They're just pounding it away here as you see the replay. Jamming up the middle. Pretty good penetration from that Pioneers defense, but I'm guessing they're expecting the run at this point.
See there. Hard count coming in. Not sure who moved first. And looks like the rest will signal a false start. It does look like Mahtomedi likes to use that hard count. And you see the replay. And you do see it looks just a little bit antsy on that right end there.
Yeah, the right side jumped a little bit before the rest, and that'll back him up 5 yards.
So after the penalty, that'll make it 2nd down and along 14. And Mahtomedi back in their own territory. This Mahtomedi team looking pretty good here tonight. I'm excited to see what they have in store for the rest of the season. Started off the year losing to St. Thomas Academy 19-0. But you got to wonder if maybe they were working out some offensive kinks in that game, and because they're firing pretty well here.
Absolutely, Sam. They rolled off a couple dubs over over Tartan and Henry Sibley, and they're rolling again tonight. And when you take a look at another run play here from the Zephyrs, good penetration again from Hill Murray, but ever since that opening kick with Jalen Fry, it's been off and running for this Zephyrs team on both sides of the ball.
And we are now under a minute left to go here, first half. I wonder if Mahtomedi is just going to run it out here. Long 3rd down. They do once again hand it off. And A lot of bodies falling on the floor. Not sure where the ball carrier is. There he is, just about midfield, right in that Zephyr emblem. That'll be 4th down.
Yeah, just another ground and pound here from the Zephyrs, looking to run out the clock in the first half here. I'd imagine the Pioneers won't be taking timeouts to get another opportunity. I think they want to get to the locker room and talk this one over.
That's right. And probably going to see a lot of that ground and pound out of Mahtomedi here the rest of the way. They lead it big. And we're down, counting down the last few seconds here, and that will be it as the teams will head into halftime. Once again, Mahtomedi leading 31-0 here over Hill Murray. I want to thank you for joining us with that first half. We will have the second half for you when we return. And we're going to go to break. We will see you for half number 2.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
All right, we're here live from Mahtomedi at George Smith Field, getting ready to get you started for the third quarter. You saw there Mahtomedi leading this one big 31-0. We're taking a look at number 1, Jalen Fry. He's had a big night, and it started early as he took the opening kick all the way back for 6.
Well, he certainly did, Sam, as we've taken a look. And he just gets through that hole, busts it out to the right, and he says good night. He's off to the races, and he put 6 up before the Pioneers even knew what hit him.
I don't even think they got a hand to him.
No, and Fry hasn't had to play much because he was so electric early on that now he's probably going to be resting in the second half, I'd guess.
That's right. Had another, scored their second touchdown. That one was on the ground, and nearly broke another a little bit later in that first half. But you saw at the very end of that first half, Mahtomedi bringing in a couple reserves. So Fry, yeah, like you said, good chance he might start and finish this half on the bench.
Absolutely, he's been electric as advertised tonight.
Yeah, and they got a couple of big games maybe coming up here against a 2-1 Hastings team. So give Fry some rest and prevent some injury would be good.
Yeah, Hastings is 2-1, so that'll be a big game. See how the Zephyrs handle it. Let's take a look at that schedule.
Look at some of those upcoming games. Not sure about that 18th and 19th. Be surprised if they play back-to-back games at Hastings, but we'll see. So we got a couple away games, one against North, a 1-2 team, and then Park, who I believe is the newcomers to this restructured conference/district, whatever you want to call it. But we're ready to get things going here. Third quarter, Chase Sullivan, number 10, boots it high, arcing into the night sky. Jake Ogren steps back into his end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Well, not sure what happened there. He wanted to run that out, and they blew it down.
Referee looks like he made the decision for him.
Yeah, executive order there. They're not letting him run.
So with that touchback, Pioneers will start with the ball on the 20. They do, in fact, go from the 20. Couldn't remember that, actually, from last year. If they do the 20 or like in the collegiate ranks, who I believe go from the 25 nowadays.
And we'll see. I mean, the Pioneers really got to open this up. I mean, not much to lose in the ground game. Clearly hasn't done much. That offensive line's been manhandled.
That's right. I think the big task for this coaching staff is keeping the players interested, keeping the players, trying to win this second half, let's say. You know what I mean? Down big here, but let's make some improvements on that rough first half and try and win this second.
Yeah, and there you have it right off the gun. A beautiful catch by Ogren. Who else? He's been the majority of the Pioneers' targets. He went up for that one and made a beautiful catch down on the sideline.
It's a nice play. Could have used that pass play a couple times in the first half, but good way to start the second for the Pioneers. You do see some starters still out on the field on the Mahtomedi defense. And there's one nearly getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, and I think his knee went down.
Did. Yeah, they are going to say, sorry, Trent Hauser's knee went to the ground.
Yeah, we'll take a look out of the under center formation here. And quick pressure, and Hauser just not anywhere to really go. That knee goes down, and that's going to be officially a loss of 6 on the play. And we'll look at a 2nd and long here, Sam.
Yep, and as I said before, some of the starters still in on defense, and a name we've called a few times tonight. It looked like it was number 50, Brandon Hall, once again getting pressure on that previous play, and I'm sure he was in on a little bit of that action there. Not with the tackle, but good pressure once again by the defense. Looks like it was Caleb Siekmeyer.
Yeah,
getting the tackle for loss.
Sorry there, Sam. Siekmeyer indeed coming through and blowing that up. He's been another factor on this Zephyrs defense, shutting down this Pioneers offense.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by this Zephyr defensive line and linebacking core.
Well, they've been feisty and they've been all over the place.
A lot of upperclassmen.
Absolutely not much room for the Pioneers tonight.
So a nice little fake there as Hauser drops back to pass, decides to try and scramble it. I like the call, does pick up some positive yardage, however had a ways to go, unable to pick up the first down, and that will be 4th, and the Pioneers will punt.
Yeah, they started off with that nice pass play, Sam, over to Ogren on the sideline, and then they just went the wrong way.
I believe that was first down of the game for the Pioneers?
I think that is correct, Sam. It's not what you want to be hearing with 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, again, another punt, and this one's low, line drive.
And Reyes has done a nice job returning those punts for the Zephyrs. Looks like some laundry comes in, and it, I believe, will be a hold. Looks like it might go against number 2, Devin Fitzpatrick, as the referee kind of launched his flag right at number 2 there, Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, picking up that dirty laundry and moving back the Zephyrs offense. And guess who is coming into the game? A little bit of a surprise there, Sam. Maybe they want to keep him motivated.
That's right. So Zephyrs are called for the penalty. I think that'll bring him back possibly to the spot of the foul.
And I'm guessing that Pioneers defense was hoping they'd seen the last of Fry for the evening.
Oh, and yeah, and you were right. Number 14, Jared Johnson, starting quarterback in there as well. And yes, dynamic number 1, Jalen Fry. Maybe just wanted to get him a few more touches in this game. You only get 1 game a week in the football. So got to get some game time action somehow. So 1st and 10 go the Zephyrs from their own 26. And the handoff does, in fact, go to Fry, and he's tripped up near the line of scrimmage. So good job of the Pioneer defense containing him there.
Great job, because there wasn't much there on that 2nd level, Sam. And we'll take another look here as he gets tripped up, but he had a little bit of crease, and if he could have hit that and got through that 1st level, it might have been off to the races again for Jalen Fry, but a great tackle by the Pioneers defenseman.
Yeah, a lot of space and room for Fry to get to that 2nd level. Nice push up front from that O-line of the Zephyrs. So 2nd down, a little mix up there. The handoff does go to Fry. He's able to make something happen, but he will still be taken down for a loss. So maybe a little bit of a loss of focus here by the Zephyrs with the big lead, as that one was a little bit of miscommunication on the exchange.
Absolutely not on the same page there, and fortunate they didn't have a miscue and turn that ball over. And Fry did the smart thing and made what he could out of it and went down. Lived to play another down.
So 3rd and 14, maybe get a shot of the pass play. 3rd and 14 from their own 22. Jared Johnson under center, 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. He drops back to pass, looking to pass the whole way. He's got somebody slanted to the right, and a nice defensive play by the Pioneers. No flags. Looks like Jake Necht, number 84, wanted a flag as defender kind of came over his back.
Well, he certainly did, and I think he might have an argument to state here. Looked like the defender got there a little bit early and wrapped him up. As you can see on the replay, he's all over him. But
yeah, he does have his arm. I thought that might have been a clean play, but boy, he is all over that right arm.
Play goes on, and if you can get away with it, why not? Pioneers force the punt. Ogren back deep on a low liner.
So good break there for the Pioneers on that previous play, something they desperately need. Unfortunately, they get a little bit of bad luck on that punt as it takes a Mahtomedi bounce. It'll be down on about the 36-yard line, and that is where Hill Murray will take over on offense.
Yeah, not much doing there. Ogren had to get out of the way, and a very favorable bounce for the Zephyrs. And Pioneers will be starting fairly deep in their own territory.
They are baby stepping in the right direction.
They
Unfortunately, with the score, what it is, you might have to do a little bit more than baby step their way.
I think they're going to need to start taking some giant steps, Sam, if they want to get back in this one.
So Trent Hauser stays at quarterback under center. Nice swing pass out to the flat. Jake Ogren takes it in, and he will fly ahead for a first down. Nice gain of about 15.
Yeah, that's Ogren again. A nice little swing pass there, and getting him the ball.
He's quite
take a look here.
player.
He is. He's been about all the Pioneers have had for positivity tonight, but positive yardage and a good chunk play. I think it was about 13-yard gain for Ogren in that offense.
So it'll be 1st and 10, another first down for the Pioneers. 1st and 10 from their own 40. And a pass once again. Hauser looking. Now he goes right. He'll tuck it, and he'll be taken down right around the line of scrimmage. So good job by that secondary of Mahtomedi.
Yeah, just great coverage there. Hauser wanted to go downfield, but nowhere to go. You see that push from that D line again. Pocket collapses, and Hauser has to get out of there in a hurry. And that Zephyrs defense, they come up and they clean it up. Nothing doing for the Pioneers.
That's right. You see their number 1, Luke, Jalen Fry playing a little defense there, defensive back, lined up opposite the receiver on the near side.
That's right, he truly does do it all. And he actually...
and a nice pass from Hauser as he finds Suggs. Suggs taking on Fry.
And I think Fry got the worst of that one, Sam.
That's right. And I'm sure the Mahtomedi coaches and players held their collective breath there for a second as he got a bit of a shot. Late flag came in. We take another look. Good job by Hauser.
A nice play design there. And you see a shot. Fry kind of came in high there, and I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to call a number 8 for wrapping him and throwing him down out of bounds there a little bit late. And that was Lucas Buller, the big running back we touched on earlier in the first half.
Being a little bit more bully than Buller there.
You got it. Not what the Zephyrs want to be doing. This Pioneers offense has struggled enough. You don't want to be giving them personal foul yards.
That's right. So yeah, a little bit of a lack of focus, lack of discipline maybe for the Zephyrs starting out here, second half.
I think so. They've looked a little out of it.
Understandable. They do have the big advantage, but I'm sure the coaches will want to rein that in a little bit, finish this one out the right way. Handoff to big fullback, number 42, as he rumbles ahead, and that's Chris Nelson, the junior.
Yeah, some good running room there for Nelson. Positive yardage for Hail Mary. As we'll take another look here. They just give him a nice little fullback draw right up the middle. Nice hole.
Yeah, nice hole created by the offensive line. Hail Mary, who's had their issues here tonight. Young offensive line. And Hauser once again under center, late motion, fakes the pitch. He'll give off to Ibarra Suggs, and Suggs will be met by some blue jerseys.
Yeah, nothing doing there for Ibarra Suggs. Tried to do a little bit of a delay, misdirection, but not much doing. That Zephyrs front still stout as ever, shutting that down quick. Look at those bodies swarm to him, and we're looking at a third down, and I think 4 to go here, Sam. This is a big spot for the Pioneers. They want to get on that board.
That's right, 3rd and 4, by far their best field position of the game. But a big third down play. You got to imagine they might go for it on 4th as well. So 2 down territory, trailing by 30 or so points.
I would imagine they would be in 4 down territory here.
So Ogren went late in motion a while. They kind of keyed in on him. Trent Hauser took it himself. And late flag comes in. It's still stuck on Devin Fitzpatrick. Thankfully, Jalen Fry comes in. He throws a flag to the referee for that one.
I think they're going to call a personal foul here, but I'm not sure if he got the face mask or what.
I think that's what the call was. And
looked pretty. A little shot, but he was kind of going down. I'm not sure what they're going to call there.
Looked like number 2 maybe came in with a little bit of a helmet to helmet, but that was that would be tough luck because the quarterback being drawn on the ground, but it appears that the call will go against Hill Murray.
Yeah, they're going to be moving him back.
Not sure for what, possibly blocking him back or a hold. We'll take a look at what the yardage ends up being here. And it does look like they moved him back 10. So I believe that was a hold. And just when they looked like they were going to be right on the doorstep to score a touchdown, now they got their work cut out for them. A long 3rd down and 15 for the Pioneers. Hauser back to pass. Looking up the seam, and boy, Ogren turned his head at the perfect time as he cradles that one in, and he is down inside the 5.
Oh, that was a fantastic play. Ogren's head wasn't even turned when that ball came out. Let's take another look here, Sam. He just guns that right away. Ogren's not even watching. He turns around and a fantastic throw and catch. He barrels his way down to the goal line. Looking at 1st and goal from the 1 for the Pioneers.
Yeah, look at that. Ogren, very impressive athlete.
He has been very good tonight for the Pioneers. Unfortunately, hasn't had much supporting cast to go with him.
Will be one to watch here as the ball is resting on the 1-yard line. Hill Murray looking to get on that scoreboard.
And look for maybe a QB sneak from Hauser here, Sam.
That's right. They are stacking that box, the Mahtomedi defense. And Hauser does not take it, gives it off.
Now, I guess I'll leave the QB sneak calls to you next time, Sam.
Hey, I just had a feeling on that first one. Yep. Well, I'm not sure who got the biscuit, but they were stuffed. Mahtomedi was bringing the heat.
Yeah, that D-line pushing the O-line of the Pioneers back yet again.
I don't even think one Adrian Peterson could have got through that.
No,
front.
not much of a hole there.
Okay, maybe he could have. He's our high schoolers. So Trent Hauser under center here. Big 2nd down and goal for Hill Murray, looking to get their first score of the game. Ogren breaks a tackle, looks to the left, but Jalen Fry there to trip him up. Lucas Buller as well, as those two have done a nice job playing both ways.
They absolutely have, Sam, and it looked like Ogren was going to get to the edge, and guess who comes up and says not so fast? That's Jalen Fry playing D and making some plays.
That's right, adding to an already speedy and talented defense of Mahtomedi. So it looks like Hill Murray will take a timeout. Want to talk over this big 3rd down and goal play. We're going to once again show you who Mahtomedi's got upcoming on their schedule. They got a couple games at Hastings, one of the 2. Maybe they're playing on September 18th and a half, I'm not sure. They got at North on the 25th. And then going into October, they play Park on the 2nd and Simley on the 9th. So high school football here in Minnesota, the conference games start early and often.
Yeah, we're in full swing here, and just highlighted there Jalen Fry. He's been dynamic tonight. Kick return to open it up, big run and big tackle there. And like you said, 88.3 rush yards per game. We touched on it earlier, but I'm guessing his total yards per game is quite a bit higher. He's been a huge factor all season for the Zephyrs.
That's true.
And let's take a look at the Hill Murray football schedule coming up here, Sam. We got the 18th. They'll host North, and then they're going to go on the road to Park. And then they'll wrap up with 2 home games, the October 2nd battle with Simley and October 9th versus South St. Paul.
That North Hill game should be a pretty good one.
That should be a treat.
All right, nice fake pitch to Ogren. Ibarra Suggs looking to get to the edge, and he just can't quite do it.
And Ibarra Suggs had a lot of room. It looked like that was wide open, but just didn't have the wheels to get to the outside. And a nice play by the defender of the Zephyrs, but I really thought Ibarra Suggs had that corner, and he just couldn't get there.
You know, and I like what I've seen out of Suggs. He does just kind of look like a raw football player, you know. Seems like he's got some good athleticism, but maybe a little new to the game of football. We kind of touched on it. Hill Murray, not a very big school, so tough to get a big squad together for the football program. And a lot of players having to play both ways, play a majority of the game, so that is another stress on the team.
Certainly a factor. 4th down, they're going to go for it.
4th down and 2. Let's get into the end zone. Sontag stumped, though.
Not going to happen. He is hammered by Quinn Lemke.
Very nice play from Lemke, number 57.
And you just see it there when your passing game isn't working too well. They can just key in on that run defense. And let's take another look here at the play on 4th down. Lemke shutting the door short of the end zone.
It looked like, I'm not sure, Sontag almost looked like he was maybe going to look to option a throw there. But he decides to take it himself, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Lemke had other things in mind. He read that, and he closed. And the Zephyrs will take over.
That's right, Zephyrs taking over, up 31-0. We have just under 3 minutes left to go here, quarter number 3. And that is 28. Anthony Pramel will return to doing quarterbacking duties as starter Jared Johnson has left the ball game. And here goes a handoff. Left side. And the pile is still going. As Lucas Honebrink does a great job of bringing everybody with him. We'll see what that final gain was. Picked up about 4.
Well, he certainly fought for everything he wanted there for 3 yards, but a tough run from Honebrink.
He got his money's worth with that 3.
He certainly did.
So with that 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7. Hard count once again from Mahtomedi. I've seen that a few times, and Hill Murray blows right through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Hill Murray bringing the house there, Sam.
So they come with the hard count, but they're unable to draw Hill Murray offside. Perfect timing. Who is that? Number 48. I believe that is John Edger. Called his name a couple of times. He's had a good game on the defensive side of the ball.
He's got an interception tonight, Sam, and he made another play there. He knifed through, and I don't think he could have timed that one any better than he did.
Good instincts. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 after the 4-yard loss. Ball on the Mahtomedi 2. And they'll just hand it off through the safe play, but not much doing there. And they'll be forced to punt. So good stand from the Pioneer defense.
And we take a look here at that last 3rd down play, Sam. They're just playing it safe, which I think is pretty wise for the Zephyrs. They got a comfortable lead, but the Pioneers, they should be looking at pretty good field position here on this drive to likely end the 3rd quarter or start the 4th.
So Chase Sullivan still handling the punting duties. He'll boot that one off. That's a little low off the outside of the foot. And it'll trickle out of bounds at about the Mahtomedi 38, and that is where Hill Murray will take over 1st and 10.
And it would certainly appear that the Zephyrs are trying to kick away from Ogren, which is probably a smart idea. He's been their electricity tonight. He's had some pretty good plays at Ogren, and pretty wise move kicking it away from him out of bounds there.
I'd say, especially with the way their defense is played.
You got it.
Looks like some of the reserve defenders might be coming out there for Mahtomedi as Brandon Hull takes a seat. He's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a few times. He's been in the backfield. He's been a real terror for that Zephyrs defense.
Well, looks like Hill Murray crept a wide receiver out late onto the field, number 28, almost so sneaky that nobody defended him. And there was a little bit of motion there, and the play is
yeah, the Pioneers looked a little out of it on that one, Sam. They had a bunch of guys coming out late, had some motion, and it looked like there was movement on multiple players there. We'll see what the call is here, but you can see some shifting going on there that probably shouldn't have been happening. And yeah, we're going to have an illegal shift there, Sam.
Yeah, they've been using that late shift all game. It looks like that time a little confusion on who was supposed to shift. 2 players go. That is illegal. And that'll cost them the 5 yards.
So again, the Pioneers going the wrong way here with just under a minute in the 3rd quarter.
Looks like, not sure what's happening here as the yard marker, it's a loss of down. Oh, excuse me, Mahtomedi elects to decline the penalty, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Interesting maneuver there. We'll see if it pays off.
Not a bad strategy, especially with how Mahtomedi's defense has been faring. Oh, and a bad snap. Ball comes up. Hauser falls on it.
Almost another disaster there.
Looks like somebody greased up the football there as a greased up watermelon gets snapped.
You see it come flying up here. There's definitely some kind of slick. Look at that thing pop up.
That was quite the snap.
It certainly was. Hauser lucky to be able to grab that thing before the Zephyrs defense could jump on it.
And it looks like there is a drone flying high above the stadium.
That's right, Sam. That's the Zephyrs High School drone. And it's quite the hit here with the fans.
I'd say it must be 2015. The school has a drone. Can't say they had that in my time.
Well, me neither. Making me feel old with those drones cruising around these days. But some spectacular shots nonetheless.
Yeah, nice job. We always want to thank our camera crew, do an excellent job, as well as the production crew. So I want to thank them as always. That's a good segue into our volunteer promo here, as we always want to encourage everyone. Couldn't do it without the volunteers, so if you have any interest running camera, doing some behind the scenes work, you can always volunteer here at TV19. We're always welcoming that. And to do that, you can call Arlen Becker at 651-747-3821 or email him at arlen@onlocationtv.org. So you see a nice shot of the fans there. A lot of fans out here sporting the red, white, and blue in honor of 9/11. So good to see that. Good to see the American pride on display. Hauser back to pass, looks left, and he's got Ibarra Suggs, who progress will be stopped, but not after he picks up the first down. So big third down conversion to end this third quarter by Hill Murray. They will have it 1st and 10 right inside the 25-yard line. As you see, Hauser just getting it over the defender's outreach arm, finding the open receiver. Nice pass.
Very nice pass, and you've seen the Suggs get open in that middle secondary, and he's made a couple plays now in the second half as a receiver. So they've been using him as a receiver and a running back, Sam.
All right, like I said, that was the conclusion of quarter number 3. We will take a break. We'll have the final quarter number 4 coming up for you when we get back. Mahtomedi leads it 31-0.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And we are back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Zephyrs lead 31-0. Hill Murray actually threatening. And there's the handoff. Not much doing there. That Zephyrs D-line has been ferocious all night, and they're all over that one again.
Sorry they came in late. It's too busy out there looking for that drone up in the night sky. Didn't see it anywhere.
That can happen. They're sneaky. They are sneaky. It's out there somewhere with some great shots of George Smith Field, home of the Zephyrs.
Yeah, beautiful field here in Mahtomedi.
Beautiful indeed, and a gorgeous evening for some prep football.
That's right. Gotta love the Friday night lights. Love this time of year. So very fun to get back into it. Hauser back to pass, has to scramble a little bit, can't find a man, and he will be dragged to the turf. Does pick up a couple. So nice job avoiding the sack.
Yeah, and like you said, what a great night. Friday night lights. Cool, crisp weather brings you back to our days in high school with the football games going and the cold weather coming in, and Hill Murray trying to get some points on the board here.
And after that 2-yard gain, it'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball on the Mahtomedi 19. Hill Murray looking to get on that scoreboard. We have around 10.5 minutes to play in this one. Hauser takes the snap under center, fakes the pitch, looks to his left, maybe looking to throw, tries to shovel it away, and they'll say incomplete as it falls to the feet of his receiver, and that will bring up 4th.
Yeah, big 4th down. I'd imagine they're going to go for it here.
And it looks like the offense will stay on the field. And one player to watch, 21, Ibarra Suggs. Looks like he's kind of found some room as Mahtomedi defense been keying in on number 3, Jake Ogren. So Suggs kind of getting lost in the shuffle, and he's found some open space and gotten a few catches. And
yeah, he's made a couple nice plays this second half. They're getting him more involved, maybe trying to use Ogren as almost the distraction and I think Suggs has been reaping the benefits of that.
All right, once again, Hauser under center. Got a big fullback behind him. That's Chris Nelson. Suggs goes in motion. And
I think we're going to have an offsides there, Sam. 88 coming through a little too early. That was Jay Kyer, and he clearly came a little too far.
And so that'll be borderline, but they do give the first down after the 5-yard penalty. So big break there for the Pioneers. They look to get their first score of the night.
Yeah, big break. That was 4th down, and now they got a fresh set of downs, and they're driving. And Hill Murray, I'm sure, wants to get on the board. They got shut out last week at Hastings, 33-0. They got a bad taste in their mouth. They want to get some, they might not win the game, Sam, but they want to get in that end zone. They want to get some positivity in the football team here.
Like I was trying to say, win that second half. Right now they're tied, so good chance for Hill Murray to just at least come away with that win in the second half, build off that, and hopefully, into their next few games.
You said it. That's what Hill Murray needs to focus on now.
No preseason in football.
No.
Got to work out the kinks in the actual games.
You got it. Let's take a look here. They tried to get a little pass play off on the play action out to the fullback in the flat, but good defensive play, getting his hands up and blocking it.
Looks like he may have been open there. So nice play getting the arm up.
Yeah, I think that was Ryan Waldock making a great play for that Zephyrs defense.
Hauser back to pass, looks to his right, rolls to his right, throws to his right, and he's got a wide open man, and that's Jake Ogren for the score.
Of course, a beautiful play there. Rolling to the right, and Ogren wide open, and Hauser hits him. And the Pioneers are on the board here early in the 4th quarter. Let's take another look, Sam.
Hauser, yeah, it looks like he wanted to just pass from the pocket, decides to roll, and Ogren doing a nice job getting open, as you'll see.
Yeah, guess who, Ogren. He's been a guy, his name we've called quite a bit tonight. And he's on the receiving end of that touchdown for the Pioneers. PAT pending. As they rush another man on quick.
And high snap. They get it off. And it looks like he got it.
Wow, that's a heck of a play for that snapper to get that down and get that boot through. The Zephyrs stormed through. And that's got to be one of the more exciting PATs I've seen. Let's take a break here where the Zephyrs lead the Pioneers 31-7.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
We are back. Hill Murray just getting on the board there. Nice play, nice pass play, getting their first score of the game. As they get ready to kick it off. And it looks like number 29, Brandon Anderson, back deep for the Zephyrs, young sophomore. And here comes the kick. Oh, and they'll go onside with it.
And they made a great effort there. If they got on that, that should be Pioneers' ball. That was a heck of a kick.
That was a real nice onside
kick. A lot of white and green around that ball. I think they can. And somehow the Zephyrs come out with it, Sam, which is pretty hard to believe. Look at all those white unis.
Travel to 10 yards. I look a little tentative to recover that. They need to go out and get that football.
Yeah, that was a nice play by, I believe it was Ben Nelson, hopping on that ball quickly. Pioneers had numbers, and it was a nicely executed kick, but just nothing doing for the Pioneers after that touchdown. But if you are the Pioneers, you've got to be pretty happy with that touchdown. And if you're the Zephyrs, probably not too happy giving them that first down on the offsides there.
That's right. That was the big play on the scoring drive. So after the onside kick, Zephyrs will have nice field position. They'll start from their own 47. And like I said, we have a even newer quarterback under center. Is that number 5, Drew Salmon.
And he's going to keep it himself. Not much doing, maybe a yard or two there.
I mean, he will pick up 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8. So third quarterback used now for Mahtomedi, and that is Drew Salmon.
Yeah, you know, the game's going well when you can put in 2 or 3 other quarterbacks and some of the other young guys, get them some experience for maybe later on in the season. That's a huge benefit to this Zephyrs squad, I think.
Salmon will hand off. Handoff goes to number 24, Ethan Connor. And Connor will pick up a few.
Now let's take a look. A nice run there from Connor up the gut. Solid yardage there. We'll be looking at a 3rd and short here.
3rd and short from the Hill Murray 45. Salmon under center. 2 backs behind him in the eye. And that'll go once again, 24, Ethan Connor. And he'll pick up that first down.
Chewing that clock up with the ground and pound there. And the Zephyrs have been successful doing that all night. And really, we've seen pretty much everything from the Zephyrs tonight from the opening kick on. They took the opening kick back. Jalen Fry, sensational this evening. And then they had a nice long pass play for a touchdown and some nice runs and stout defense.
The ball comes loose. Hill Murray will pick it up. And Begley, number 25, is the one who gets it for Hill Murray. He'll be rushed out of bounds. But not after a nice little return, and Hill Murray will take over on their own 41.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum here. You see that ball come squirting out, and right there to pick it up is Bagley for the Pioneers. Get some yardage back on the return. And the Pioneers will be looking at some decent field position at about the 40-yard line. See if they can't put some more points on the board here, Sam.
And it looks like Hill Murray does have a player down on the turf. And medical staff will attend to him. And while they do that, we will go to break. We want to thank you for watching. Got about 8.5 minutes left to go in this one. 31-7.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
And we are back. Hill Murray player was attended to, and they are going to take over on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 41. We have 8.5 left to go in the ball game. They are trailing 31-7, but coming off their scoring drive. And ball comes loose on the snap. Looks like Hill Murray may have fallen on him. Some Mahtomedi player signaling it's theirs, to no surprise. And it, in fact, is theirs.
They were right on that one.
So unfortunate. Hill Murray getting the turnover and right away giving the football right on back.
You said it, Sam, giving it right back, and Pioneers can't really afford that. Clock is ticking, and that's a big turnover. It's been that kind of night for the Pioneers.
And as you may have just heard, another quarterback now in for Mahtomedi. That's 12, Jack Schweitz. Jack Schweitz. He'll give it off.
Well, they're mixing them all in tonight.
As we mentioned before, no preseason. So you like to get a chance to see what some of these guys can do in an actual game.
You certainly do, Sam, and you never know when someone might go down and you might be called upon. So if you can get them in and get them some experience, well, more the better for the Zephyrs. And they'll be obviously ready to go and tested when they get to some of those big games later on in the season.
A big roster for the Zephyr team and a lot of upperclassmen on it. So maybe giving a few kids some opportunities. And that's another kid getting an opportunity. He bowls his way forward. That's Nick Bonine. Big 6-foot junior, and he just rumbles ahead for a big game.
Nice hole there for Bodine, and you just see him hit that hole, and he runs over that Pioneers defender for some extra yardage with a fullback in front blocking the way for him.
He just motors. Look at that, just running at the defender.
Just bowling him over. And a strong run there from Bodine. Bodine, excuse me.
Looks like a little early movement there. And that will indeed be a false start. That'll make it 1st and 15. So 1st and 15. Just over 7 minutes to go. Zephyrs leading it 31-7. Schweitz under center. Got a couple receivers left and right. Gives it off. That's 21. Nick Grove going off to the left.
Yeah, you take a look there. Nick Grove, handoff, and good defense by the Pioneers here as the Zephyrs try to just milk this clock down and put another win in that column. No, looking to be going to 3-1 here unless some kind of miracle happens for the Pioneers from Hill Murray.
And Grove took the ball there. Not much happening as he is stuffed. That'll bring up 3rd and 15. Make that 14. So it'll be 3rd and 14. Schweitz still in at quarterback for the Zephyrs. He's under center. Got I formation behind him. Pitches out to the right. That's Nick Grove once again. He's got a little bit of room, but he'll be taken down.
Yeah, a real nice tackle from the junior Brandon Fahey coming in. Looked like Grove might have had a little more room there, but Fahey had other things in mind. And we roll the replay here. Nice, solid tackle from Fahey, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And Mahtomedi will keep their offense on the field on the 4th and 7.
And excuse me, that was actually Will Sontag on the tackle. Nice play there by Will, who's been doing it all tonight as well.
So it goes off left to Nick Grove. He's got to get 7 for the 1st, and I don't believe he will get there. No, he will not. Couple yards.
Sorry there, Sam. Right you are. He is going to be short of that 1st down, and the Pioneers will take over on downs. You see Grove here getting the handoff on 4th down, trying to get to that outside, stretch it as far as he possibly can. But a good pursuit from that Pioneers defense.
A nice job by the Pioneer defense, staying on that same level, just shifting. Everybody going over, making the tackle.
Yeah, that was Alex Blumendahl finishing that off. He's only a freshman. This Pioneers team, very young, Sam.
So after the turnover on downs, it'll be 1st and 10, and Hill Murray will have the ball on their own 14. Hauser gets the snap. He'll hand. And pickup of a couple there by Chris Nelson. Sticking with that late motion. This time they handed the up back Nelson. He's had a couple nice carries.
He has. Unfortunately, haven't had too much consistency keeping that run game going here, and they're bottled up again.
Yeah, not much you could do on that one. As the Mahtomedi on defense there, as they've been most of the night.
Yeah, pursuit there led by 56 Jack Shumway. And it seems like whoever the Zephyrs plug in on that defensive front, they've been highly effective tonight.
So it'll be 3rd and 5.
And Jake McDonald checking in for that Zephyr defense.
Hauser sends Ogren in motion. Fakes the pitch to him. Hands off inside. And the ball carrier taken down by the defense. That was 25, Jake Begley on the run.
Yeah, as we take another look here on the kind of end around design for Bagley. He's had a few plays tonight, but not much doing there. It's kind of been the theme of the night, that Zephyrs defense swarming around the run game of the Pioneers. And the Pioneers again forced a punt late in the fourth quarter, down 31-7.
And they will in fact punt. I believe Begley, yep, Begley also doing the kicking duties.
And no one back for the Zephyrs.
And yep, they'll just let it bounce and be down. Maybe let a little time run off the clock.
And they'll send out the Zephyrs offense to wind this thing down. They can celebrate a W tonight. And for the Pioneers, maybe a little bit of positivity in that second half, but overall a pretty frustrating game for the white and green.
Yeah, that's right. We have just over 3 minutes here left to go in this one. Looks like number 5, Drew Selman, has re-entered as quarterback. He's under center, got 2 backs behind him in the eye. And he will hand it off to Ethan Connor.
Connor on the carry. Wilson on the tackle.
And we take a look at the replay here, just basically running the clock out, trying to keep that seconds ticking down here as Connor got that handoff. And under 3 minutes to go here now. The Zephyrs lead commandingly, 31-7. It'll just be a formality now as the seconds tick off before the Zephyrs add that 3rd win of the season. They'll be 3-1. Pioneers will be going to 0-4, Sam, and not where they want to be in the conference.
Pioneers will be taking on the 1-2 North St. Paul Polars. Not sure how they fared this evening, but that should be a good matchup.
It should be. I expect it to be. Those teams are usually pretty competitive. And maybe an opportunity for the Pioneers to get into the win column in a big rival with the North Polars.
That's right. And Mahtomedi will have their next game against Hastings, a team that defeated this Hill Murray team 33-0 last week. So a comparable score. You gotta wonder if they're a similar team. I believe they were 2-1 coming into this week as well.
You got it. That should be a heck of a game next week. And if your Grove's there, maybe a little mental mistake. You don't want to be running out of bounds there. And keep those seconds ticking off. In a closer game, he might be getting an earful, but nevertheless, we're going to be looking at a first down for the Zephyrs here.
Right, nice job by Ethan Connor picking up that first. I believe that game, Mahtomedi is at Hastings next week, so that should be a good test for them as well, traveling on the road.
That'll be a big one.
That's a bit of a travel.
If Hastings does win tonight, we'll be looking at a couple 3-1 teams doing battle, and that could be for the lead in the top of the conference.
And
a little fullback blast up the middle, not doing much, maybe a yard on the carry.
And it was indeed a yard, so that'll be 2nd and 9. We're under 2 minutes to play here. The clock continues to tick.
And I see Matt Bjork get a carry there for the Zephyrs as they wind this thing down, and it'll be another home victory for the Navy and Gold.
Oh, and a tough option play. Ball's on the carpet, picked up by the Pioneers, and just brought down by the last man. Number 22, Brandon Fahey, picking up that fumble. Thought he had daylight. Not quite.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there, saved the touchdown, but another miscommunication from that Zephyrs offense as we take another peek. See the ball come flying out there, and Fahey all over it to scoop it up. He thought he might have had a scoop and score there, Sam, but good shoestring tackle there by the Zephyrs offensive player. I believe that was number 4, Carter Hill, on the tackle, and He saved 6 points for that Zephyrs defense.
You got to like that hustle and focus here, even late in the game by Carter Hill, still giving it his all, even though he could have let him go.
Right about that. You got to love seeing that grit.
And Hill Murray faked the handoff, and he'll take it himself. I'm not sure who the ball carrier was on that one. But so under a minute here, 2nd and 2 from the Mahtomedi 13. Hill Murray maybe looking to get in the end zone one more time and put a cap on a better second half here tonight.
Certainly was an improvement from that first half.
Looks like new quarterback, Alex Blumendahl has come into the game, and he is a freshman.
He is a freshman. They're giving him some luck here late in the game, and you know, not a terrible half for the Pioneers. Granted, they may have been playing some of the second, third stringers for the Zephyrs as we roll the replay here, but a little positivity as we take a look at the scrum here after the play. Look at big linemen going at it.
And I think some laundry did come out.
Oh yeah, they don't know there's a 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're still going at it 100%.
And it looks like that one will go against the Zephyrs. So that'll be a first down. That's a 1st and goal from about the 6. Blumendahl still under center. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the pitch. He'll look to his left, and he will be brought to the turf.
And a beautiful read there by 59 Eric Patton. Fantastic. He didn't fall for the fake one bit. He went in and took him down as we take a peek. He tried to do a little play action and fool him, but you can see Patton there saying, I don't think so. I know what you're doing, and not happening. That Zephyrs D's been all over all evening.
All right, looks like we had a timeout on the field. Hill Murray maybe looking to see if they can get one last score. We'll take a break. We'll have the last plays for you when we return. Thank you for watching.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
finally won. What's your reaction? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
Nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
And we're back out of timeout. Pioneers want to make sure they get this play right. Maybe get some momentum going forward here.
That's right, we have 2nd and 14. 2nd and goal from the 14, I should say. Blumendahl rolling to his right, throws deep into the end zone. Ogren nearly.
Oh, Ogren laying out, didn't hold anything back there. That would have been sensational, but just out of his reach on the toss there. And you take a second peek at the fantastic effort from Ogren, who's not leaving anything on the table tonight, but just a little too high on the pass there from Alex Blumendahl. He's the freshman for the Pioneers, giving him a little bit of run late and see what he might have.
That's good. Looking towards the future, looking positive. You got a kid who can at least get on the field and play there.
Right.
So with that, it's 3rd and goal now from the 14. 13 seconds left to go. Blumendahl under center. He'll roll to the left. Get some protection. Loses some protection. Gets wrestled out of bounds. And that'll be 7 seconds. And it'll still be 4th and goal. So one last play here for the Hill Murray offense.
Yeah, the freshman Blumendahl kind of on a little rollout there. Tried to get to the edge. Got some positive yardage, but not quite enough to get to that stripe.
Nice job shedding that first tackle.
And this will likely be the last play of the evening on both sides. We'll see if they decide to try to punch it in or if they want to put it to the air here.
So Bloomingdale, 2 receivers out wide to his right. He looks to his left, looks back right, floats it over the middle. He's got Ogren, who's brought down to the turf, not into the end zone. That will run out the clock. That will be the last play of the game. And Mahtomedi will take this one 31-7. So Mahtomedi improves to 3-1 on the season. Hill Murray will fall to 0-4. We will break. We'll conclude our broadcast after the break, and we'll see you then.